Hey everyone, it's me, Todd McFarlane. Back here again to give you guys another painting tutorial on how to paint your action figures. Today we're going to cover the basics, and what we want to do first is we want to put on down a light base coat to cover the figure and make it able to be primed and ready for more paint. Oh. Hey all, Scott here, except I'm not. I'm not that guy at all. I'm Aaron, and welcome back to Dank Toys, this stupid little dumb show that I record like once every 4 months, it seems like. Yeah, so it's been a while, like a long while, since I did anything. I think the last thing I did was that dumb Power Rangers video. And then I started to record something, but it was boring, so I didn't finish it. And now here we are in October. But lately I'm still buying toys. It's never going to change. But I'm still buying toys, and I've got a few pickups here that I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna talk about them. Because, you know, that's the kind of lazy content that I excel at. I'm still waiting on... So some things have changed in my collection as of late. I got heavy into Star Wars. I'm actually buying 7-inch figures now. Go figure. You would think that I would hate them, and part of me still does for certain applications. But 7-inch is pretty cool within the right mindset, if that makes any sense. Like, you'll see some stuff later. I'll probably make a video talking about my Star Wars stuff and how I feel about that later, because I do really like Star Wars. And I hinted at getting into Star Wars in the Power Rangers video, and hey, look at that. Now I'm into Star Wars again. So that's cool. And I'm drinking water from a mason jar like a fucking hipster. So let's just shut up and get going. Monkey. So NECA made a King Kong figure, and I love this. I legitimately do. So Bandai Monster Arts made a Kong years ago, and then Mezco, not 112, but they made a Kong a little while ago. Those were okay. Kong was small because import. Mezco was just not very posable because Mezco. So I was happy that NECA stepped in and gave us this really, really good Kong. This is the only good face, though. The other one's a little goofy. But that's okay, because, like, Kong looked really goofy back in, like, the 70s. And this is definitely, like, a 70s-inspired Kong. One thing that I've really learned to like, especially now that I'm getting into 7-inch figures, I'm happening to buy a bunch of NECA. I really like their setup for elbows. It is a double joint, but it's more of like a pronounced... It's not just like this thin little double joint like you see on a lot of Marvel Legends. I'd show you, but at the same time, you're all the way over there. How can you see it? But yeah, it's got this really nice double joint where, you know, the joint itself is actually sculpted, and you know, it's got these heavy plugs for actually plugging into each side of the arm, the upper and lower arm. But yeah, I really like NECA Kong. I could say this about pretty much everything that I'm going to talk about here. A lot of these are going to show up on my top 10 at the end of the year, but that'll probably come out in 2021 if I'm being completely honest with myself. And that's even if I'm going to make one. We'll see. But NECA Kong, yeah, I really like it. I was very happy to pick this up. If you can find it somewhere, I highly recommend it because he looks really good. Okay, this one's probably... I should have made a video all on its own for this guy. I really, really should have. But Mafex Batman's really good. Of course, I'm uber late to this party. Excessively late. So everybody got this, 2 months ago? Something like that? I think it came out in August. And obviously I love it. Everybody said everything they have to say about Mafex Batman at this point. So what can I say that hasn't already been said? The cape's billowy, yeah. Sometimes there's some paint apps, yeah. Sorry, paint app issues. Of course, I would hope that there were paint apps. But otherwise, he comes with a lot of cool stuff, and he's really interesting, and I really like the way that this figure came out. I was going to get Dark Knight Rises. Not Rises. Dark Knight Returns. I was going to get Dark Knight Returns Batman, buff, fat Batman, because that is, at least the symbol, that's definitely my favorite of the Batman symbols. But then, I don't know, it was getting close to the deadline. I was like, I don't know if I have money for this, so I canceled it. And then he came out, and I'm like, this is still cool. Obviously it's like the same figure that they solicited months and months and months ago. But the face is a little weird to me. I'm not sure how I feel about the face. It feels like he's got more chin than he was solicited with, which I know is false. I'm pretty sure it's the same exact sculpt. They just painted it differently because production sample versus mass production unit, it's going to change, obviously. And this Batman did as well. But yeah, it was just... His neck is still super tight. I feel like that's the case with a lot of Mafex recently, where the top of the neck is still just difficult to move. But yeah, I skipped Dark Knight Returns Batman just because I'm not sure how I feel about the look. I'll probably still get Carrie Kelly because she's a character that I don't have a figure of. I never bought the Mattel. That's the extent of Carrie Kelly figures as far as I'm concerned. So I'm probably going to get that. Otherwise, Mafex Batman's good. Legitimately in the contender for figure of the year. Again, I could say a lot of these are going to be on my top 10 figures of the year list, but this one legitimately could be the figure of the year, and I'm very, very happy with it. Let's get into 7-inch. No. So, moving into 7-inch scale figures, which is a little bit on the lower end of 7-inch scale. You can already see them. I don't care. Because I get NECAs, and I get Storm Collectibles, Mortal Kombat, and I get some McFarlane. And the McFarlane ones are pretty big. The NECA ones are about scaled with these Storm Collectibles. The Storm Collectibles like Street Fighter, those are huge. Those are like McFarlane 7-inch scale. And nobody can decide on a 7-inch scale and just stick with it, which is weird to me, but whatever. So I got the Cyber Ninjas. I got all three of them in that bluefin deal. The the one for their Comic-Con type thing, the one where you could get all three of these for like $130 or something like that. I jumped on these. I have all three of them, but they're all the same. So I'm not gonna bring them all up here and talk about them. But yeah, I really like Storm Collectible stuff. And you know what? I'm gonna talk about this other one I got at the same time. So I also got the convention exclusive Scorpion. This is my favorite Ninja body to date. Period. I have the MK3 one. It's pretty okay. I've at least fiddled with the Mark 1. I don't know what else to call it, but the first Ninja body that Scorpion came out on all those years ago, and they kept releasing different variants on it. I've at least fiddled with it, and it's nice, don't get me wrong, but this one's so much better. It's so much incredibly better than both of those. And I love it. And I love this Scorpion. And so I actually am working on getting those other ninjas just because I missed out on them and I want them. But ideally, in 10 years time when they finally get around to doing this, I'd like for all of my ninjas to be on this body. That's how good this one is. And I'm not going to demonstrate it because you can go watch D Amazing. He talks about these all the time. You can just watch his videos for reviews. I don't do reviews. I talk about stupid bullshit in front of a camera to like 10 people, but whatever. Either way, I really like him. I can take some really good pictures with him. He's just great. I'm going to do something. Shit. He just balances. He's a really well-built figure. All of the Storm ones are, in my opinion. You know, I've bought a bunch of Storm Collectibles figures, and it's just like every time I get one, I don't have any QC issues. Nothing's really bonk on them. They're really good. You know, sometimes you've got paint rub. Sometimes you've got, you know, a joint that pops out a little bit easier than all of the others. That's fine. That's forgivable. I don't consider that like a major QC issue. Every time I get one, they're fantastic figures, and I'm very, very happy with these. So, Lim Toys Ahab is good. I do like it. You know, one thing I'm still very not wary, but when I bought him, like a year and a half ago, I swear, is when I placed the pre-order, I was a bit more into cloth figures than I am now. I'm not saying that I hate cloth figures, but for a lot of the time, I sit out on a lot of Mezcos, on a lot of... I don't really have any 3-0. Either way, for a lot of cloth things, I skip out. Because, so for, like, Snake, he's a baggy figure. He's supposed to have all of these bags and belts and pouches and stuff, and this looks good. I really like the look of this. And I think it can only be accomplished with clothing, even at 1/12 scale. Batman would not work for that, in my opinion. And that's why I sold my Mezco Batman. I had like 2, I think. And I sold both of them because it didn't work for me. Because I think Batman needs to move a lot, and at 1/12 scale, you just do not have that level of movement when you've got a figure covered in cloth. You're going to rip something, or something's going to tear, or you could just straight up break it. I don't know. I got out of that because I don't like it anymore. Batman, it doesn't work for. Snake, it works for. And the other thing is that Snake comes with a shitload of stuff. He comes with like a bunch of stuff. And you know, I'm a big Metal Gear fan. 5 is not my favorite, but it's up there. At least in terms of gameplay. You know, story is a completely separate thing, and 5 does not have any sort of story. At all. None. Zip, zero, zilch. But, you know, if you're just taking into account gameplay, which at the end of the day, for ranking video games, that's what you should be doing anyway. Not to put on my Scott the Woz hat, but story is secondary to video games to me. And that's why I don't play a lot of movie games. That's why I didn't really get into The Last of Us. That's why I have trouble playing the Uncharted games, even though I think they have a little bit more gameplay than other things. God of War, I had trouble getting into. All of these other, like, it's going to be harsh, these movie wannabe video games, I couldn't really personally get into just because I don't want to sit there and watch cutscenes for 2 hours. That's what Metal Gear Solid 4, this series that I love, very difficult for me to play through because the gameplay is great. If you go back and you play Metal Gear Solid 4, it's wonderful. But there's so many cutscenes. But there's like, I swear to God, like 30 hours worth of cutscenes. It's nuts. It's insane. Where did I start this thought trend? But if you're just taking into gameplay into account for ranking video games, I'd probably say like Metal Gear Solid 3, then MGS 5, and then like 2 and 1 and 4. Peace Walker's in there somewhere. I'm not a video game review channel, so whatever. Either way, he comes with a lot of stuff, and being a fan of Metal Gear Solid 5, that's definitely where I started this. I like how much stuff he comes with. It's all very reminiscent. This is, it's actual stuff you use in the game. It's not like, I don't know why they would include something that you didn't use in the game, but still, it's nice that it's so reminiscent of what I used to use when I played this game religiously. I put like 100 hours over the course of like 2 weeks into this game. I'm not joking. I was nuts. But yeah, he's still good, and his horn. I lost his horn. That's one of my complaints about it. Is that the horn, it just goes. Where the fuck did it go? Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna have to look for his horn off camera so I don't run out of footage time. What the fuck? Anyway, so now he's hornless. We'll talk about it right now. His horn pops out. It's impossible to put in, and then you look at it the wrong way and it pops out of his skull. Whatever. Maybe it's downstairs. I don't know. Whatever. So he's really nice. He comes with a lot of stuff. His guns are magnetic, which is nice because, it's like they can just stick on him like they did in the game, because you don't see him strap it up or nothing. Another complaint that I have is that he only has this rifle holding hand. I don't know how much you can see that, but it's this hand that's designed to... Can you just stay? Thank you. It's this hand that's designed to have something like either up here on your shoulder, or you're holding a pistol like this. He doesn't have anything straight out. I'm going to shoot you with a gun. Buy toys. Bang, bang. He doesn't have any like straight holding out hands. And if you do this one, it's going to look like this. And that's just weird. So that's really that, and the horn are two of my complaints. I'd say the only other one I have is that he has no back range. He can't put his leg back. I don't know if that's because of the cloth. I don't know if that's because of the articulation of the underbody. I'm not going to take off this dude's clothes. I'm not one of those nutzos. I'm not. Because I can't sew. So I'm not going to put anything back together. I swear that I don't know where that horn went. Otherwise, I really like him. He comes with a lot of stuff. Did they list a D-Walker with him? I'm not going to get that. I do have Leon pre-ordered, because I love Resident Evil 2, and so I'm definitely going to need Leon when he comes out. But as far as this goes, I love it. I really want to see what else they do with Metal Gear Solid, because nobody else is giving me Metal Gear Solid figures. I have Raiden from Revengeance, and I have Figma Snake. That's it. That's really all that I want as of right now. I owned Volcanlog. Shut up. I guess I'm done with Snake. He decided. So whatever. Last but not least, in my opinion, because I do really like this figure, I got 1,000 Toys Chief. Very expensive. Like really, like holy shit nuts. So this was expensive. But it's 1,000 toys. And I own 1,000 toys. I have Hellboy and I really like it. And is this the only other 1,000 toys that I own? I've owned others. I don't know. I'm going to have to... I'll get back to you on that. But I really like this one. He's holding some McFarlane, the old McFarlane Halo line of these spikers, because I bought these a while ago and I was like, maybe they'll fit, and they do. And then I was like, oh, maybe he'll fit in the McFarlane Ghost, and he didn't at all. Not even slightly. But other 6-inch figures fit, so it's fine for me. Either way, the dude is crazy articulated. Like, I'm not even gonna front. Like, he's got so much fucking articulation, so much movement, so many parts that just get out of the way so that you can push it even farther. It's nuts. It's literally nuts how crazy articulated this thing is for a dude in a suit of armor. When half of this shit is metal. Not half. A lot of it's metal, though. I really appreciate what Thousand Toys put into this figure. And then the fucking Jazzwares came out. I'm so upset. I'm so upset because they look so good. And they're $20. And this guy couldn't have a shiny helmet visor, but they could for $20. And they've got ball shoulders, and that's crazy nuts for $20. I'm very... I still haven't gotten them. I as of right now, I really only want Chief and Cat. Those are the two that I need, and I'll put them on my shelf. And then if they do more, maybe. I'll probably want to finish the Reach team. I'll probably want to do a complete ODST team. And then Chief. And otherwise, aside from that, I think I'm good. Unless they do one that's like my own personal. If they somehow, by some miracle, do my personal Spartan from Halo 3. Yeah, because I don't want any of the other Halos. If they do my Spartan from Halo 3, I will pee my pants. I'm not joking. I will record myself peeing my pants if they happen to do that. Hold me to it. I'll do it. Regardless, they have this amazing, phenomenal 2 scale. It's 1/12 scale. Chief is even bigger than this Chief. It's crazy. For $20. And they come with all sorts of hands. And they have all this really pretty good articulation. It's not as good as this. I'm not even going to lie. Their lower torso sucks. Is from what I've seen. I'm very upset, though. Because I still like this. I still do. But the other one's $20. And you know, at least $20 figures are getting better. Because they should have been better. They should have been a lot better for a long time, you know. But I really like Halo, too. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to get this, Chief. It's Halo 1. That's my favorite armor. And yeah, it's a bit of an artist's interpretation. But if I had Chief here, $130, something like that. 20, 130, 20, 130. For basically the same shit. I swear, like I see in the box, he's got hands, and he's got guns, and he's got, you know, all this other stuff. Stuff that this dude already has. But the price difference, it's upsetting. I'm very upset by it. Kill me. These kind of blow. So I got them. Well, I got 2 of them. I got Chief and I got Cat. And, yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I was fully expecting these to, like, to almost make me regret getting the 1,000 toys. To almost make me regret spending $120 plus tax, plus shipping, plus whatever, when this was coming out for $20. But these are bad. I'm not. I'm really disappointed in what I've gotten here because there's a lot of good stuff. There's a lot of good choices. All the joints are double jointed except for her robot arm, but that's whatever. They have butterfly joints, which I really like. They've got toe pivot, which is cool. And then past that, it's all bad. It's all bad. He has no wash. She's okay. I'm okay with Cat not having a wash just because, I don't know, the straight blue feels like it fits more. But for Chief, I know him to be dirty, and so I'm expecting him to be dirty, and he's not dirty. The weapons they're bad. They're all like gummy. I think I threw the assault rifle in the trash. But okay, so the other thing is that they're all small. 1,000 Toys Chief is much smaller than these two, but his weapons are bigger. So that's weird. They're not holding the weapons they came with, by the way. They're both holding Thousand Toys Chief weapons, and then this one this Spiker I got from McFarlane. But whatever. The weapons they come with are also gummy. I don't know if you can see how much that flexes, but it doesn't feel satisfying at all, and that's why I'm like, this one's just going to go on your back so I can kind of mask that thing. Her pistol sucks. His pistol sucks. His assault rifle sucks. So Chief's got the shiny face mask, and I thought, hey, that's really cool. You actually did that. She's supposed to and doesn't. I've seen people scratch off the face mask and suddenly it's chrome underneath, but that's just such an odd thing to fuck up. Everything's loose. Everything's loose on these figures. They just... Hold on. I know exactly what to show you. It just comes right off. It just pops out like it's nothing. I promise you I'm not putting force on that joint. It just pops off. And, you know, they're all like that. And this one, I don't have the helicopter arm problem, thankfully. But it's still just such loose joints. It's upsetting. It's really upsetting. I tried to go in with nail polish and, you know, do something, but it just really wasn't working. They come with a lot of hands, but that peg for the wrist, for going into the wrist, it does not feel strong at all. I'm scared. I'm scared of it. This is Lightning Collection all over again. No, they don't have pistol movement. All they hold is guns. And their gun-holding hands, they don't have pistol movement. They move like this. Who moves a pistol like this? You move a pistol like this. It's upsetting. I'm freaking out. You know, at least this mirrors the end of the last section when I'm freaking out about, oh, why did this one come out when these are coming out? Why did I buy it? But now it's the complete opposite. I'm like, thank God. Thank you, Christ Jesus, I bought this. This one's still really good. He's got so much articulation that, like, you don't even realize he has on the body, and you try to move a joint, and it's like, yeah, I can move there. I can move wherever you want me to, because I'm the best. I'm the best chief. I'm the best joint. It's weird. You know, I know the style still isn't on point. Whatever. I don't care. I like how he moves. I really do, and I cannot understate that enough. I'm so happy about the Thousand Toys Chief. And as like I'm going to need you to move out of here for a second, Thousand Toys Chief. I love you, and you know I love you, but let's give the spotlight to someone else. For comparison, like, I swear, a day or two before I got these two, just to be fair, a day or two before I got these two, I got these. And these are a lot better than these. And I know I shouldn't compare things, but $20. Okay, so the other thing is, I guess to put things further into perspective, if I had bought like the Bandai Space Marine, and then I got this, I'd be so upset. I would be livid. I would be just inconsolable with how upset with my own money that I was, with my own spending prowess, if you will. I'd be devastated because these are so good. Yes, they have exposed joints. Yes, you know, the paint is not nearly as good as Bandai, I guess. Bandai doesn't have the best paint, let's just be honest here. But I got it for $20. $20. Shifting over back to Chief, shit, really good. If I had the Bandai Space Marine, really good, also really good. You see the comparison here? Domestic, import, good. Thunder. Good, bad, upsetting, disappointment to its family and to me. You know, it's I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, like, it's weird for me, especially, because I grew up on Halo. I still play Halo all the time. I have the Master Chief Collection on PC. I love it. I love Halo. I have never played Warhammer. I don't have the time for the tabletop. I don't have the money for the tabletop. I've played a few of the video games. The lore's really cool, and I've read up on it, but that's about my that's the extent of me knowing Warhammer. These are just better toys. Pure and simple. And that's weird because I don't like Todd McFarlane, but this line's really good. And I also don't like Jazzwares, and this line's really bad. So I guess that is parody. I don't know. I'm upset. I've used you for my example, Warhammer. You can go away now. Yeah, it's weird. I was really expecting to like these more than I did, and of course, now that we're here, I don't. I'm really upset. Cat's okay. If the rest of Noble Team is like Cat, I think I'll be okay. Chief's bad. Chief's upsetting and bad, and not really a fan of him. Plus, it's from Infinite, and I... Thunder! Chill, Daddy. It's from Infinite, and I'm not going to play Infinite, and I'm probably not going to like Infinite, so, you know, I only want to get... I don't even want to consider getting toys from this line of games that I like. I want to get... If they make any elites, I really want an Arbiter, though. I really want an Arbiter. I'm gonna try to get all of Noble Team. I'm gonna try to get all of Noble Team. I'm gonna probably get any ODSTs that they make. I really want them to make the whole squad from the game ODST. If they make a Halo 3 Chief, which I know is similar to this, but it's different. If they make a Halo 3 Chief, I'll probably get that. If they make a Mark 5, I'll probably get that. And then my personal Spartan from Reach or 3. I usually used Mark 5, but sometimes used the ODST helmet. But if they make any of those in a light blue, I'll probably have to get it. Just knowing me. So that's honestly a long list. But I've already seen there are members of Noble Team coming out in the next wave for this. I think I'm only going to get the named one. Like, they've announced that they're making a Noble 6, but I don't like the Noble 6 default outfit. I want mine. I want my personal, the armor setup that I chose. I want that in the game. Sorry, I want that in plastic form. So I'm not going to get Noble 6 because it sucks. But I will get, if they make mine, and the rest of Noble Team and ODSTs and Chief in any of those games. And yeah. So I need them to be less loose jointed. I need better weapons. They're gummy. I'm okay with gummy if they're thicker. I could pull out Cat's pistol, but it's just so much smaller. I need them to be bigger because they look weird right now. Hands are okay. I can get over that long peg. And I guess the paint's okay. I'm probably gonna have to blackwash Cat. Other than that, I don't know. I was just more disappointed by these than I thought I would, so I had to extend this video, and that's why it's not going out even remotely close to the time that I thought it would be going out at. So, you know, real cool. That was my video. If I closed out on the before part, I'll probably cut that out and just close here. Y'all have a good month. I'll try to make more videos. But you know, shut up! But you know, no guarantees. That one's out. You really just want a light coat.